bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much?
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Did you see the replay? That's what I saw. See the replay?
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Second and 13. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's third and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on third and 4. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at the 34. Lance looking to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game, as it's 1st and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Looking for Hutchinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Okay. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Ball again on 2nd down. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now play fake. Lance. And he finds a man in the crossing route. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a way to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll run with Hall. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
On the double.
Defense and company going on 4th down. And he's got it. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel from 8 yards out. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Complete here. It's high. Touchdown! A big play there. 79 yards. And the Lions have moved out in front. Patterson now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Do this. Come on.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Patterson's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Levante David in on the tackle.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Patterson's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception setting up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Working from the gun, Lance. That is caught inside the 5. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, it's Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
He'll give them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on third. Throwing now is Lance. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. His throw incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, are coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Back to throw here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 11 yards on the pickup. And it's good enough for a Detroit first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he is going to have the Lions first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. Patterson's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
It's all about teamwork.
Ready, break. 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Lance going to throw.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Niners have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away into 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
On play action, Lance.
Forced it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always
always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. To throw, it's Lance. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Lance going back to the air after the pick 6.
He'll buy some time right.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Okay, ready?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
And Lance now to throw. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
And now here's another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that will bump the lead up to 26. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready?
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. Running left, it's Hall. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Lance. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after this is down, he's going to be a nice long second and I'll tell you after this one, he's been on the direct the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that will wind up incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Lance. And my goodness, another interception. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.